Medalists. To my far right is Randolph Ross Jr., and to my immediate right is Trevor Stewart. Trevor won gold and bronze over in Tokyo. Junior won gold over in Tokyo. We are very, very excited to have them with us here today. We're very, very excited as Aggies for all of their accomplishments. And we just kind of wanted to give them a chance to kind of tell you about their experiences. We will have a press conference portion of our program today. And then if you guys want to grab them individually after the press conference, we'll make time for that as well. We're going to start out. We're going to let Randolph tell us about his experiences in Tokyo, and then Trevor will speak, and then the floor is open for questions. John?
Okay, well, the Olympics by itself is an amazing stage to be on, and I'm just thankful for having the opportunity to go there and compete. Although the whole meeting didn't go exactly as planned, it's just being there itself is an amazing opportunity. So, yeah, we got stuff to work on and still got years to grow and experience and train and get stronger. But as we get older, we try to go here with the next 2 worlds and then come back as the Olympic champion and open again.
Well, I can't say the experience of it was definitely an eye-opening and more, I want to say, out-of-body experience. So the main thing that I had focused on was, just running my leg on the relay as best I possibly could, and what's like they put me on, which I had to be first twice, just to make sure I put them at a good enough advantage to actually be able to expand on it, or just run the best I possibly could, which I believe I did. And my main goal was to really go out and do my best on, as I said, my leg on the relay. So after that, it's just a wrap. So my main goal for moving forward in the future is to continue to progress farther and just continue to have fun. That's my main thing.
Start with Randolph. What's the critique that you have of your individual race, or the 400 race?
Well, Randolph 400 is a little different from relays, but when it comes to running out there in lane 9, you don't have anybody to pace off of, and your race is strictly off of you. So that's one thing I need to work on, and running within myself and not having to base my speed on anybody else. So as we start practice in the upcoming months, we just work on focusing on me and not anything around me.
How gratifying was it to be able to come back and get a gold medal in the relay?
After what happened in Open, having the second opportunity to come back and running the relay at a stage of that level is, I wouldn't say something a lot of people experience, because there were times where they weren't even thinking about having me on the relay. So having the opportunity to run and still represent the United States on the relay and track and field and come home with a gold medal is a great feeling.
And this is for Trevor. When did you find out you were going to be running both the mixed as well as the 4x4 men?
Well, going into the Olympics, I always knew that I was going to be in both relays. It was going to be in the final over the relay. It was just a matter of where they would place me in as either first leg or any leg that was on the relay.
What was it like? Was that the first time you've ever run a relay with ladies?
Yes, it was. Like, it was a good experience, and it was definitely just a whole, I won't say worrisome, but it was definitely a mindful thing, because if I was going to come in too hot or come in a little too slow, it was going to change the outcome of the I try to focus on not running her over, but also giving her a good enough lead to continue the race.
Who was your coach? Who was y'all's coach for the whole thing? Who was the official Olympic track coach? Yeah.
It was Holland. From Florida.
Oh, okay.
When did you find out that you were going to be the first leg?
So I figured out I was going to be first leg within, I want to say, the first 2 relay practices. And after that, it was just, okay, that's for the mix. Then for the men's bar, it was going to be either I was going to be in between, like either third or second or third. Then the day of, they told me I was going to be first.
Hey, I've got a question for both of you guys. Was there a moment where you got there and, you guys face great athletes, every meet. Was there a moment where you were like, well, these guys are fast? Was there a moment where you realized, we with the big dogs?
I would say, if anything, it would be at the Olympics, it would be more so at the trials. Because at trials, not even in my own event, because the week before I ran a UBR and I was basically in the same spot as everybody else. But coming in and seeing Allison Felix, like Rashawn Merritt, the people that we used to look up to on TV when we were kids growing up, like seeing them and actually being on the line with them was just a different experience. So I wouldn't say we were more scared or worried about the competition. It was just like basically set on the same line as somebody you looked up to. Like,
were you starstruck?
a little bit. When I saw the shot, I didn't think it was him at first, and then we started warming up, and you started noticing it was like, okay, like these people are actually real, and they're right here.
I can say from personal experience that I don't really get starstruck because I know that if I'm going to race against people, it's going to be me or them. And I've raced against a good bit of the field in 2019, and some of them even were giving me to make sure I was okay during the whole COVID pandemic shutdown. So it's like, it was more of like, I'm racing against people that I've talked to before, like friends or acquaintances, and it's just a normal thing for me.
Junior, question for you. I know you got some more years of eligibility left. What does knowing that not only you're one of the best in the world at what you do, but proving that in Tokyo, what does that do for your confidence coming back here?
My confidence going forward is, I would say, what I tell you, over the past 2 years, even my first year going indoor, I still had the world leading time until the coach shut everything down. So being able to come back and repeat it my sophomore year, it shows that not only is we capable of doing anything, but as long as we continue our training, do everything I'm supposed to be doing, going years forward, we're going to be the people that are going to be the problem in the future.
And for you, Trevor, want to know what's your plans next, and how are you going to continue to prepare so you can bring home more gold medals?
Well, my main thing that I always do is to stay focused on myself because I have a great group behind me that want to see me succeed, and I have to do that for them. Every step of the way, it's always been work this way, work harder, do this better, and I have a whole plan for it. So this is just another step. It's just another step. So I have a lot more to do, a lot more medals to win, and continue to have fun.
And the question, one more question for both of y'all. What does, well, I kind of already asked you that, Junior, but what does this experience do for your confidence, Trevor?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a confidence booster to come back with 2 Olympic medals, let alone 1 by itself. But it brings like a sense of joy in itself, but I don't let it go to my head because as I got it, it can always be taken away just like blink or not.
So, Trevor, your eligibility is up for A&T.
Yes, sir.
So are you signing a pro deal with somebody, or who are you training with? How's that going?
Well, as of right now, I actually am in the process of solidifying some deals. So after that, I'll be traveling and doing my favorite thing.
What about when will you get paid for those 2 pieces of metal medal you got on the table there?
Basically, probably in a few months to a few weeks.
And what I understand, the gold medal is worth $37,000.
Split that up by seven. And split that by seven.
Oh, because of the pool.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And the same for the bronze.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Trevor, you kind of asked this, but Junior, I'll ask you, how does this help with NIL?
That's a very good.
Yeah. It allows not only track and field, but every other sport that all the athletes been struggling for years, trying to obey certain rules, and we can't make money off of who we are in this sport. We train so hard to basically provide money for everybody else reporting it. So it allows us to finally remain in school, not have to sign a contract too early, allow us to move at our own pace and do stuff as we want without having to worry of any consequences of am I going to be missing out of a contract or anything else in life. So it allows, well, ultimately me, the next like extra years to stay in school, get my education, and continue enjoying what I have to do.
Do you have any endorsements? Anybody you calling?
As right now, I kind of let my dad and everything. We just got back, so trying to go as slow as possible. School got back on, so we got other stuff to focus on. And whenever he thinks it's time for the right deal or time, then listen and talk about it.
Speaking of your dad, what do you have to say about your performance?
After the open four, I was more upset than he was. Because that's literally what I've been training for my whole life. So being able to go out there and basically doing what happened and not running to where I was fully capable, it was more upsetting to me than him. So he was more of a support system that was getting my head focused and getting ready for the upcoming relays that we had next.
Did he share with you like what his Olympic experience was and how it maybe contrasted with your own?
Yeah, he did after, which was also my first time hearing the story. So it was a little different for the first time.
Give us some of it.
Well, when he competed in the 2004 Olympics in Athens, I believe he didn't actually qualify for the final. Even though he was ranked highly coming in, the United States is always ranking the top athletes. So he was disappointed in the outcome, and he was talking about how it can affect athletes mentally, and it can also ruin careers if they don't go about it the right way. So he was making sure that I was together, focused, wasn't letting one bad race mess up the rest of my career. And it helps, and the relay brought back confidence that might have been missing after the open.
Trevor, what does A&T mean to you?
Well, for the longest time, when I came to AT, it was definitely a home. So it gave me a whole lot of sense of self, sense of understanding, and the world around me as well. And I believe it's very sports. It's time for me to branch out into the world and really see what the world has.
This question for both of you. We start with Trevor. What has this experience done for your expectations of yourself in the future?
Well, I've always held myself on a high regard, even though I never really showed it. So this only shows that I'm just able to tip the iceberg. There's always a lot more in me, and I know that I can do a lot more here. It's just one big step, and I'm gonna keep going forward.
Kind of big and what Trevor said. We both hold each other, accountable very day. But we know what our own expectations are and we know what we're capable of. So going into the future is making sure we do everything to our best capability. We both have promising careers and lifelong friendship, and hopefully we can keep competing with each other at meets like the Olympics. So as we get over and like they branch out to the world, it's just there's no telling what we really can accomplish.
And both of you, what was it like just to have somebody that you're familiar with, someone that you're so, have such a relationship with in Tokyo, especially during the COVID Olympics?
It was more comfortable. It was not traveling. I had my dad there, but he wasn't allowed in the village. So it was really just me and Trevor. So it's having somebody that you don't really have to go out your comfort zone to meet or introduce yourself to, and having somebody that understands and basically is doing the same thing you've been doing for the past 3 or 4 years. So it was nice.
So both of you were in the Olympic Village. What was that? What was that like?
Well, it was definitely closed off from the rest of the world. I think that everyone had their own high rise, so the USA one area, then the next line over or next 20, 30 steps over, it will be Mexico or some other country. So it's just like we're all here in this one area, but we're all separated due to COVID. And I mean, I had a problem with it because it's a pandemic.
About you?
It was most definitely different from what I was expecting. When you hear the Olympics, you hear things like rain, they took care of us, but it was different from what I was just expecting going in. We had, everybody was near each other, but you can tell usually like the pandemic, they didn't really want everybody there in one area. So everything's kind of done to occupy all of us at once and not to have pleasure in everything.
Did you all go in the opening ceremony?
I actually showed up a day later.
What, neither you? What about the closing ceremony?
I was like,
Out of there.
How was that?
It was, once everything was over and booked here was on and left, it was just not being home. I've been training and running since August, September of the year before. So it was without my season coming
Since I'm asking all the questions, what's the one thing from the Olympics that you will remember the most?
I would definitely say the mixed relay because not because it was a sexually integrated race, but mainly because I've actually made some new connections and made some new friends while I was there, along with the women's side there as well. So it was new, but we all had the same like-minded mindset and the same interests, and it was different, but it was a great experience meeting more people that have the same interests in me that do different things.
Take a couple more questions.
From you, man, greatest thing you remember most?
Mom probably really is real. We had an outstanding 4x4 just in our school alone. But going there and being able to compete in 4x4 with people who are just as talented and trained just as hard as you it was literally different going out there and running 257 compared to 259, 3 flat that we were running all year. And that's been basically the start of the show. So going out there and running that fast, it was most definitely memorable.
My last question for both you guys: what the medals feel like? Are they heavier than you thought, or are they talk about them things?
Well, since I've been back in the States and I've been asked to take pictures of the medals and wear them, it's been kind of a joyful experience because they're both extremely heavy. Especially because like, they don't seem that heavy, but if you look on the side, they're definitely bigger than you expect. And they definitely weigh a lot more than what you think.
Yeah, they're both definitely different from what we normally did. And like you said, we basically had to take pictures in them, everything like that. And they're not the most comfortable right today.
We're gonna ask you to do that too.
One more time.
I have one question for the both of you. Can you guys talk about how it feels to represent your school for the first time in 30 years since the last two people went?
This school is absolutely amazing. Like, having this much of a support system behind you. Like, when we got back to the airport, the chancellor athletic administrator, that everybody was there supporting us every time I'm at. So having people like that high up in our school rankings show up to the airport, it makes you feel special. And I know I took 1 year to go here, but everybody here basically became a family ever since I've been here. And it's not just through the projects or the medals we bring back, it's just based on who we are and the pride that we have in school.
I can say the same thing, mainly because I've seen, I've been here a bit longer than junior has, but ever since I actually was doing a lot of track-wise stuff, like dropping times and getting a whole name out, it became more of you're associated with this program, this campus, so you're represented. And at the end of the day, it's true. Like, I'm gonna be an Aggie until who knows, but it's the main thing of knowing that you're doing something that's bigger than yourself. You're doing something that's bigger than the US because you're putting a whole HBCU on the map. Well,
Thank you, gentlemen. If you will, please hold up your medals and let them get a shot of you holding them. Stand up and hold them. Good. Thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate it. We'll keep these guys here for a little while if you want to speak to them.